Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Ashley. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today, I have a product smackdown for you. I'm going to be testing out two powders which I've been so excited to test out. We're going to be testing the Fenty. This is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Powder in the shade Butter. Now I've been using this for a few weeks now and I'm really enjoying it. We're going to be comparing it today against the Nikkia Joy Velvet Finishing Powder. I'm on the hunt to find the best powder, something that's going to be really long lasting, that's going to keep my makeup in check and not make me look too crinkly and crepey, but also keep me matte throughout the day because I just don't want to have to be worrying about touching up all the time. So that is what we are looking for. I have already been testing out the Fenty Beauty one. I think it's alright. I do find a little bit drying under my under eyes and also on my cheekbones here. It controls oil all right. It's not the best. I feel like the Laura Mercier powder is better, but that is a lot more drying under my under eyes than this one. So I don't know, but hopefully the Nikkia Joy one is going to knock both of those out of the ballpark. I've been hearing amazing things about this powder, and Nikkia is just like my oily skin queen. I feel like we have the same skin type, the same skin concerns. So I always go to her for skin product advice. So when I saw that she came out with a powder, I knew I definitely wanted to test it out. So hopefully this will be my new powder and my saving grace and is going to be my new holy grail powder, but we will see. So if you're interested in seeing how the Nikkia Joy Cosmetics powder stacks up against the Fenty Beauty powder, then just keep watching. Okay, let's get stuck into it. So I've just got my phone here. I'm just going to read a little bit about the claims of both. So let's start with the Nikkia Joy. So this is the Velvet Finishing Powder. It retails for 55 Australian dollars. Okay, so the Velvet Finishing Powder is a multi-use soft focusing finishing powder that controls shine for up to 16 hours. It says our Velvet Finishing Powder gives the skin smooth matte finish whilst deeply conditioning with 6 powder ingredients to improve the skin condition and hydration. Use underneath makeup to smooth texture and control oil production, and on top of makeup to lock in place and prevent caking separation. So it said to minimize pores, blurs fine lines and imperfections, tick tick, locks makeup in place, tick, control shine, tick, control excess oil production, tick, prevents makeup from creasing, caking and separating, tick tick tick, improves skin condition, hydrates and conditions the skin, extends makeup wear. It's meant to be triple milled and it is translucent and it is scented with natural vanilla. So it also comes with a whole bunch of powder ingredients: vitamin A, vitamin E, sweet almond oil, aloe vera, coconut aminos, and green tea extract. So it all sounds really promising. I've just opened it up and taken the little sticky thing off, and I'm just going to pour a bit out into the cap. So that's kind of what it looks like when you open it up. It does seem really fine. It seems very yellow though. It actually looks very similar to the Fenty Butter powder, but this is meant to be translucent. So I'll be interested to see how it shows up on the skin. Now, if you notice smells, as soon as I open this up, you can smell the vanilla. It smells like, I mean, now that I've opened up, I've kind of got used to it, but when you first open it up, it really smells like vanilla. Like it smells like vanilla cake batter. Like I feel like I almost want to eat it. Like that's terrible, but it smells like vanilla cake batter. So just something to keep in mind if you are sensitive to fragrances. I can't really smell it now, but when I first opened it up, it was like, woo! Where's the bakery at? Because it smells so delicious. As I said, it retails for 55 Australian dollars and it has 20 grams worth of product. Now on the flip side, let's take a look at the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. Again, this is in the shade Butter. So this one does come in 8 different shades. The Nikkia Joy one is just a single translucent shade. It says that Pro Filt'r was born in 8 versatile shades to melt into your unique skin tone, letting you set, perfect, and brighten without a trace. You do have the option of different colors to suit your specific skin tone or need. Okay, so the Fenty Beauty Instant Powder is a super fine, weightless, loose setting powder in 8 shades to perfect and extend makeup wear for that filtered, photo ready finish lock on. It's super fine. The instantly silky, loose powder sets and extends makeup wear, working all day to blur the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections for a hyper smooth filter that didn't come out to play, so bring on the paparazzi. It's light as air, it's a mattifying powder that won't cake or settle, and it minimizes shine by letting the skin look like skin. So in Sephora, the Fenty powder retails for $54 and you get 28 grams. So you are getting 8 grams less in the Nikkia Joy and paying $11 more for that product. So just something to keep in mind, there is a bit of a price difference between the two, but do keep in mind that Rihanna, the brand Fenty, is a multi-billion-dollar kind of empire, especially with Rihanna being the founder of it. So they have the money. So Nikkia is obviously just a YouTuber who started her own brand. So, you know, her cost per item, she's putting in a lot of her own money into this investment. So just something to keep in mind as to the price difference and just the quantity of the product as well. So just keep that in mind. So starting out with primer, I'm going to be using a combination at the moment. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte primer. I love it. I've cut the top off, so there's barely anything left. We're going to scrape out the last of this, and I'm also going to be using the Becca resurfacing primer as well. Okay, so for foundation, I think I've chosen the foundation I'm going to use. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the shade 1N0 Porcelain. Okay, so to make sure that I don't use too much, I'm going to just dot this over the face, just applying a few dots, and then we'll go in and blend it all out and see if we need to apply anymore. I'm going to go in with the sponge. I think this is the Model Rock sponge. I love it. I think it's an awesome sponge. It really applies foundation like flawlessly. So I'm just going to pounce that over the skin. Oh, so it just gives like such beautiful coverage. All my redness goes. It's a good one. It's a good one. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is an NC 15. So I'm just going to pump one pump of that on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to take my finger and just dot that under my eyes. I'm going to bring it down over this section here because I do find that this concealer really does help to mattify me as well. So I'm just going to tap that underneath there. Pick up any leftover that's on the back of my hand on the sponge. And I'm just going to conceal under my eyes. Okay, so let's go on to the powders. Now, I don't have another sponge that I want to use, so I'm just going to quickly go rinse this off so the foundation comes off it. Then we're going to apply powder to one side, and then I'll quickly rinse it again, squeeze it out, and then apply the other powder as well. So we have the same sponge in kind of controlled environment. So I'm just going to go and rinse this and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've rinsed this off. I haven't completely cleaned it, like deep cleaned. So as you can see, it's still got some foundation stainages on it, but that's where we're at. It is damp, but not saturating. Again, I've just run it under the faucet and then I've squeezed it out with a towel. So it's damp but not saturated at all. So which one to start off with? Okay, let's go in with the Fenty because I've already got that out. This is what the powder looks like here. So I'm just going to go in and start applying this to this half of the face. So this is my left hand side. So I'm just going to apply this to this side of my face to set it. Now because I have oily skin, I do like to set my entire face. This does have a slight scent to it, so it's kind of like a baby powder scent. Just going to apply a little bit to my nose. Oh gosh, it's so hard to do half your nose. So that is this half of the face for you. So now I'm just going to quickly rinse this off and then we'll apply the Nikkia Joy powder. I'm back. So I've rinsed this off again and I'm going to dump out a bit of the powder into the lid. Oh, the vanilla, so good. You definitely, when you tap out, I have noticed you get a lot more product in the Fenty lid than you do in the Nikkia Joy one. So just something to keep in mind. Again, I'm just going to grab that powder on the sponge and I'm going to press over my face. Whoa. Okay, that flied up a little bit. Whoa. I'm just going to tap out a little crease that I've got just here. Again, go in with a little bit more. And just dab that under the eye there. Ooh. Well done. I've set both the creases in my lid, but that's fine, whatever. This isn't an eyeshadow review. It's for the face and then over the forehead as well. Okay, so we've applied both the powders. Now, what do I think? They feel as soft as each other. My pores maybe look maybe a little less prominent on the Nikkia Joy side. Probably looking as dry at the moment. I'm going to zoom you in it so we can have a up close look at everything. But yeah, at the moment I think they're looking pretty much the same. Okay, so this, I'm going to turn down my ring light as well. Okay. So I have to kneel because I don't have a lens that zooms, so I'm just like hovering over my desk at the moment. Anyway, so this is the Fenty Beauty side here. And then this is the Nikkia Joy side here. That's what the forehead looks like. So, after looking at the skin close up, I can't really tell too much of a difference. I think my under eye area here is maybe didn't set the concealer as well under there. It still looks quite drying on the skin. Maybe my smile line here is looking a little bit more exaggerated on this side than it is on the Nikkia Joy side. So this is what we're looking like now. The time is 10:57. Oh, the time is now 10:57 in the morning. A late start to the day, but anyway, we'll keep it on as long as we can. But this is what we're looking like. I'm going to apply the rest of my face and then I'll come back in and we will start the check-in. I just realized that whole time I wasn't filming. Oh, that's so annoying. Anyways, I'm back. I have now spritzed my face with a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I think they are both looking pretty damn good. I have a little bit of issue with a bit of texture just here. So just about here, I'm just noticing there's a little bit of texture. Well, it's not here, but I do have a breakout there, so I think that could be the issue, but it's just looking a little bit clingy there. But this is the Fenty. And then this is the Nikkia side. This is forehead. And pores. My chin. So I'm going to go about my day. The time is now 11:44 a.m. So we've had it on for a little bit under an hour at the moment. So I'm going to go about my day and we'll do some check-ins and hopefully we will get a winner. But this is what we're looking like so far. I'm pretty happy. Hey guys, welcome back. It is now 5:30. So not the longest wear test. Oh, there we go. So not the longest wear test in history, but we've got people coming over at 6 o'clock and I feel like getting in some comfy clothes and taking my makeup off and putting my hair in a messy bun. So we're doing the final wrap up now. You will notice as well the lashes are gone and the lipstick's gone because I just woke up from a nap as well. So anyway, let's have a look at the face because that's what we're all here for. Let's see which powder performed the best. So I'm gonna put my mirror here. So from what I can see, they're both looking pretty good, both looking pretty matte. I think this side here, my pores are looking a little bit more emphasized and maybe a little bit shiny around here. I still have separation, a bit of creasing inside my smile lines here on both sides, but it's maybe worn off a little bit more on the inside of my nose on this side. Forehead looking pretty similar. Maybe my skin looks a little bit more textured just on this side as well. So I'm going to zoom you in so you can have a up close look and see exactly what I'm talking about. I have had a bit of foundation as well rub off on my chin here, and actually surprisingly it's more so on this side. My cat came up while I was asleep and rubbed the shit out of my chin. So interesting that it's only come off on the Fenty side, not on the Nikkia Joy side. So what I am really impressed with is my pores. My pores here look like, if I pull the mirror away, my pores here look noticeably less shiny and a lot smoother than on the Fenty side, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in so we can have a up close look. So this is the Fenty side here. So as you can see, I've rubbed off a little bit on my chin here. I've got my little bit of a line in my smile line here. The inside of my nose here is looking a little bit crusty and crepey there. I do feel as well like I look quite textured just here, just in this area. And then this is the forehead. I think the forehead's looking pretty similar between both of them really. And then this is the Nikkia Joy side here. So I don't know if you can tell, but when I look at either sides of my pores just here, I feel like the Nikkia Joy one looks a little bit smoother. What do you guys think? The chin there. So there's a smile line here, so it's settled a little bit in there as well. I definitely don't feel like I look as crepey on the outside of my nostril here either. And that texture issue, mind my huge zit here, that texture issue I don't think is as prominent on this side. So guys, for me, I feel like they're very, very similar. I really can't tell too much of a difference. At this first glance, I'm liking the Nikkia Joy just a little bit more, but I do want to play around a little bit more with it and see how I go. I'll leave any updates down below, but I'll definitely make sure to mention it in the upcoming video. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a big like, thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.